The biggest problem with overeating is that we have no control during an overeating episode, and that's when we get into problems. You have a relationship with food, whether you realize it or not. The big question is, are you in control of food, or is food in control of you? You're here because you want to stop emotional eating and fix your relationship with food. In this video, I'm going to share with you what has helped me as a nutritionist and the women that I coach have a better relationship with food and learn how to stop emotional eating. If you enjoy these type of videos, I need you to hit the subscribe button to get effective and simple tips to get you off of the diet culture train. I literally upload daily videos on this platform every single day. In addition to that, here's my address. Send me an email. I want to help you stop emotional eating and get to a healthy and happy weight without diets and gimmicks. So emotional eating, what is it anyway? Emotional eating is a replacement of avoiding a feeling, typically. We've been engineered since birth that food soothes us. Think about a crying baby being consoled by the breast of mom or bottle, to shushing a temper tantrum toddler with a lollipop. Really early on, we are taught these subconscious lessons that food can deal with bad feelings. I'm about to share with you my 3-step process that has helped me and still helps me when I emotional eat to actually stop. But maybe you're not really sure if emotional eating is the reason why you are not hitting your health and weight loss goals. Here are some signs that you are an emotional eater and how fixing this can get to your goal quicker. You keep eating even though you're full. You find yourself food binging, especially when you're down or stressed. You need some alcohol to take the edge off. And this one, I talk about it daily with the women that I coach because it is a dead giveaway that you need to fix your relationship with food. You feel guilty about your food choice in some way every single day. Those are classic signs that I see all the time with women when it comes to emotional eating. But here's the good news. You can fix this with this 3-step process. It's really important not to skip any of these steps. They're simple, but really effective when you pair them together. So I need you to follow them in the exact same sequence I'm about to share with you. This is how you stop emotional eating. Far too often, we pride ourselves as having the S on our chest while we manage the countless titles we hold in our lives of doing all the things. I encourage you to replace that S in Superwoman with the word self-compassion. Now, most of us emotionally eat when we're going through a challenging time. Being aware that you're in a tough spot and just simply being kind to yourself take some of the pressure off. Now, this is not to be confused with going easy on yourself, but really being your own best friend as you work to find a solution. If you don't do this as a bare minimum, there's no way you're going to be able to execute the next step. Because you're now prioritizing your self-care, ask yourself why you're emotionally eating right now, like in the moment. What I encourage women to do is to actually just identify the feeling. Give it a name and get as specific as you can. Use the emotional wheel attached in the description below to really understand your current emotion. Far too often, we truly aren't aware of exactly what's going on because we're only using these surface words. You can do this process as like a legit conversation with yourself. But if you think it's a little bit weird to have a conversation with yourself, dust off your journal or just grab a paper or your phone and get to writing. Now, if you're rolling your eyes and thinking that you can skip this next step, I encourage you to commit this next step to memory. This step is really what radically changed everything for me when it came to my emotional eating habit. You ever notice when you trigger an emotional eating or overeating episode that you tend to feel like you're in a panic mode or just really rushed? There seems to be like this animalistic urge of needing that sugar, salt, or crunch right now, or the world is going to come to an end. When you catch yourself at that point, pause. Like literally, as soon as you notice it, just pause and breathe. Count to 10 and see how many slow, deep exhales you can actually do. When you do this, it's like an immediate reset to that panic button. Maybe I should have actually noted this as step 2, but I tell you what, it's the most difficult one to actually master. So that's where that whole self-compassion comes in. Maybe the first time you try this, you don't even get to the second breath before you have to rip open that bag of chips. But then you try it again and again and again. And then you get to that point where you're able to pause and allow that reset button to hit, to then allow you the opportunity to unpack answering the question, why? If you find yourself having trouble slowing down and breathing during an emotional eating episode or overeating binge, I'm pretty sure you might be like me, or let me say, where I was. Everything is all or nothing. When you do this healthy eating thing, you go hard. And then you fall off the diet bandwagon, and all of that weight just piles back on. I have a simple strategy to help you deal with all or nothing eating. And you can click on that video right here. Which one of these 3 tips will be the most difficult for you as you move towards learning how to stop emotional eating? I'm looking forward to chatting with you. I respond to all comments down below within 24 hours. Click on this link right here.